In Isaiah chapter 40, verses 12 to 16, it reads like this: Who has measured the waters of the sea with the hollow of his hand, or marked off the heavens with the span of his fingers? Who has calculated the dust of the earth in a measure, or weighed the mountains, the hills in a balance? Who can fathom the mind of the Lord? Who can give him advice? Who has taught him lessons or given him instruction? Who has taught him to judge with justice or sought to show him how to be wise? For the Lord, all the nations of the world are like a drop of water in a bucket, like a grain of dust on the scales. He carries the distant islands as if they were a grain of sand, and in all the region of Lebanon, there are not enough animals for a sacrifice worthy of God, nor enough trees to burn for him. This text shows us the greatness of God. Many times, God calls the people to recognize his greatness, and he doesn't do this all the time out of concern for himself. The objective is different and is clear, as it is written in 2 Chronicles chapter 16, verse 9, For the eyes of the Lord range throughout the earth to strengthen those whose hearts are fully his. He is looking for those whose hearts are whole towards him, so that he can show himself strong. God won't show his strength to everyone. He is looking for those who are looking at him differently, who are surrendering their hearts differently, who are responding to him differently. For these, he will show his strength. So, if we don't enter into a greater perception of greatness, we are limiting what God can do in our lives. That's why God is constantly trying to reprogram our minds, because if we don't have the perception of the greatness of God, we will limit what he can do. Often, we settle for something that is good because it is as much as we understand that he can do. But he can and will do much more. What is our position in the face of this word? We need to grow in revelation, and the revelation of God is progressive, as Hosea chapter 6, verse 3 says, So let's press on to know the Lord. For this, we need to read and study the Bible, but there is something that, added to reading, becomes explosive chemistry, and that is prayer. In Jeremiah chapter 33, verse 3, it says, Call to me, and I will answer you and tell you great and unsearchable things you do not know. We need to have a devotional life, quality time with the one who loved us first, and just like David, desire to be in the presence of God every day of our lives so that he reveals himself to us more and more each day, and that we never diminish the greatness of God in our journey. Let's conclude with Psalms chapter 77, verses 11 to 14, which says, I will meditate on all your works and consider all your mighty deeds. Your ways, O God, are holy. What God is so great as our God? You are the God who performs miracles, you display your power among the peoples. You have no idea what awaits you in the future. God wants each of us to live and experience things we have never experienced before. So, today, examine your heart and see if you have limited the greatness of God and decide to truly know him, to experience everything that the Lord has reserved for you. Don't limit God, don't diminish who God is. God bless you.